30 days, 30 prospects, day 14. This is about to be a good one.
Have they ever seen another like me living giant type step in your house and put my head on your ceiling? Climbed out of the bottomless pit to let the truth slip and slide off my tongue and swine dive off my lips. No longer holding on, I'm tired of applying the grip. Forget the fancy shiny rappers, I'm supplying the gifts. I feel it's only right to tell you that I'm going in.
Showtime. Hey, it's your boy, Big Mike Raider, and we're here with another video. Hey guys, before I jump into it, we are 17 days away from the NFL draft, a draft that is going to has the potential to change the face of the Las Vegas Raiders. We will look at this draft in 2023, 20 years from now possibly, and be like, this was the year that things changed. So this is why we cover this so heavily, man. I hope you guys know this. This is why we cover this thing so heavily. I'm not going to jump too ahead of myself, but I want to let you guys know we're 17 days away from history, guys, and I want you guys to be excited, just as excited as I am. Now, here's the video. Day 14, 30 days, 30 prospects. We are covering Hendon Hooker. We've been talking about him all offseason. We've been talking about him at the end of the 2022 season. We've been talking about him for the last 6 months, it seems like, right? Today, let this be the last time we talk about Hendon Hooker and covering him, and hopefully he lands as a Raider so we can talk about him for years to come. But if not, let this be the last time we talk about him, right? It's been kind of we've been kind of beating a dead horse a little bit, right? But this is one of my favorite prospects that I need to talk about, right? Shout out to Wasted Talent. Last week, he dropped another beautiful article. It was almost about 2 weeks ago. He dropped a beautiful article covering Hendon Hooker, a full player profile and what he's done from Tennessee. Even before that, when he played for Virginia Tech, he covered all of it. I'm going to drop the link at the bottom right here. Guys, go check it out. Planet Raiders. If you guys get a chance to do so, go ahead and do it. It is a haymaker, and I'm adding on just a little bit to that. I just want to show you guys a little bit more, add a little bit meat and potatoes to that article that Wasted Talent did. So this is what this is. This is kind of an addition to what Wasted Talent was talking about on his article, similar to what I covered on Mozzie Smith, right, yesterday. It's going to be the same thing, guys. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to show you guys a little bit something else after that, and then we'll talk about it. I want to hear what you guys have to think, what you guys think in the comments. Please let me know. I'm sure I'm going to hear about it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. But once again, you guys know before we jump into anything, you guys better like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Big Mike Raider. We're on the road to 600, and we're almost at 1K. We're getting there, man. We're getting there, and I can't do without you guys. Now, without further ado, guys, let's jump into this thing. Hendon Hooker is a disciplined, polished game general who can make all the NFL level throws, as well as utilize his legs when necessary. Hooker's throwing range goes from short, intermediate passes to throwing the ball deep, never compromising accuracy in the process. In the 2022 season, Hooker threw for 3,135 yards and 27 touchdowns on an impressive 69.2% completion rate and a quarterback rating of 123.9, throwing the ball with a quick release and a tight spiral. Hooker is also impressive while on the move, always showing poise and composure while staring down the mouth of an attacking defense. His touch on an intermediate and deep throws is immaculate, having the unique ability to drop the ball into the bucket and keep on deep ball throws. His accuracy must also be emphasized as he displays his strong arm in throwing high-velocity balls in a tight, contested window successfully, flashing great anticipation on short and deep outs and leading receivers on deep go routes. His running ability is almost an afterthought, yet must also be highlighted, as he added 786 rushing yards on 6.1 yards per attempt last season before suffering a knee injury that's ended his season. Speaking of the knee injury, many draft scouts have soured on the elite prospect, as many have him as a day 2 prospect. Others are turned off from Hooker due to him being 25 years old, an age that many consider old for a quarterback. with his style of play, and he has a tendency of prematurely taking off and running when forced outside of the pocket. Hooker's throwing mechanics must also be polished entering the league, as he loses accuracy when he's on the move. There's no doubt that Hendon Hooker is the big unknown in this year's draft, as draft projection experts across the board are not seeing eye to eye on where the dynamic, yet slightly damaged and maturely aged quarterback will be selected. There are a great deal of folks who believe he will be selected in the second round, where there are others on opposite ends of the spectrum that have a first-round projection or even as low as a fringe top 100 projection on the quarterback. If the Raiders are set on bringing in the quarterback of the future in this year's draft, do not be surprised to see the Raiders hijack the draft in Kansas City by engineering a deal that would ensure the acquisition of Hendon Hooker. Get your popcorn ready, Raider Nation. Guys, let's keep looking at this, man. Let's keep looking at the highlights. This is some of his Virginia Tech work. This was him as a freshman. Guys, he was taking off, running the ball. He was throwing tight balls right down the seam. He was throwing it, in small windows. He was doing this as a freshman. Guys, this is an impressive quarterback that the Raiders, you never know that they may have to press the button on this guy, maybe even hijack the draft and move up to grab him. Now, if that means that they have to go late in the first to take the quarterback that they need, hey, this might be something that don't be surprised to see it happen, guys. Don't be surprised to see it happen. And I'll show you guys a chart shortly. Second round, if we get him, that might be a good pick too. It's an unknown. Let me show you my face right here, right? Guys, it's an unknown what we're going to get with Hendon Hooker. We don't know where he's going. I've seen experts have him as high as the mid-first. I've seen experts have him as high or as low as the third round. Guys, we do not know where Hendon Hooker is going to be in this draft. So, to kind of crystallize this point, guys, let me show you the chart right here. Guys, if you can see this chart, all scouts average is 60.1. Before I keep going, let me give a shout out to where I got this from. This is from a 1 second. Sorry, guys. This is from, make sure that I give proper credit where credit is due. This is from NFLDraftBuzz.com. So this is a player profile on Hendon Hooker. Guys, this is what it says right here. The scouts average is at 60.1. His position rank, he's sixth. So he's a sixth ranked quarterback to some on average. But if you look according to NFL Draft Buzz, as of April 9th, they have him as high as number 23. If you look at PFF on April 8th, they have him as low as 82. Guys, that is a big range from 23 to 82. Now, if he lands in that average spot of 60.1, do not be surprised to see the Raiders move up from that number 70 spot and pick up the quarterback of the future. I think that is a possibility, that we take a number 7 overall. We grab whoever we get at number 7. We grab whoever we're going to get at number 38. And when it's time for that number 60 spot of Hendon Hooker, or maybe even earlier, we make a trade up in order to ensure that we grab our quarterback of the future, Hendon Hooker. Guys, what do you think about that take? Guys, I think that this is something that the Raiders kind of have under their sleeve. This is something that is going to be crazy to see in day 2, maybe even day 1. You never know. The Raiders have a chance to hijack this NFL draft in Kansas City, and stay tuned for that one. Guys, let me know. Let me know what you think. Now, with that is the video. We went a little bit longer because we're talking about Hendon Hooker, a guy that we've been talking about for the last 6 months, and I want to end it here. This is the last time we'll talk about him before the draft. Let this be the last video that you watch, Raiders content-wise, talking about Hendon Hooker. Go find it somewhere else. That's cool. But Raiders content-wise, let this be the last time we talk about Hendon Hooker. Now, with that, guys, I'm your boy, Big Mike Raider, writer and contributor of Planet Raiders. Hey, and you guys have a good one. Take care.
Have they ever seen another like me living giant type? Step in your house and burn my head on your ceiling. Climbed out of the bottomless pit to let the truth slip and slide off my tongue and swine dive off my lips. No longer holding on, I'm tired of applying the grip. Forget the fancy shiny rappers I'm supplying the gift.